You need a masculine provider man, a man who likes to pay for you, who likes to spoil you, who likes to make your life easier financially and otherwise, who wants to fully financially provide for you, even if you are capable of providing for yourself. A man who wants to do that, who feels that desire, is masculine, or at least he's much more likely to be masculine. He might still have wounded parts to him, but he's going to be more on that masculine spectrum, assuming that he's doing it because he genuinely enjoys taking care of you rather than just to get your approval. A man who does not enjoy doing that, who does not enjoy financially providing for you, 100% chance that he is emasculated. He is more in his feminine. His masculine instinct is at least somewhat suppressed and offline, might be very much offline. And you really want to try to avoid those types of men because they're going to be much more likely to waste your time. It takes a lot more to inspire them into finding that instinct to take care of you. And what we're going to be talking about today is this masculine provider instinct. Why for some men it's fully online, for other men it's offline, what it really means, what it looks like, the kind of behaviors that you can expect from that kind of man, and what you can do if that instinct is not fully online, if you've already got a man, and how you can attract the most masculine provider man possible if you are single. Before we begin, I'm going to introduce myself. Hello, my name is Zach Grody. I'm here to lead you into creating the relationship of your dreams using your feminine energy and what I call feminine communication to inspire a man into cherishing you. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure you do that below, hit the notification bell, and be sure to like this video because I'm going to make sure it's a really good one. So the masculine instinct, we're going to keep it really simple. Masculine instinct leads. My instinct with my wife is to lead her. It is to take care of her. It is to be in the caretaking role with her. So I'm taking care of her. She is being taken care of. That doesn't mean she doesn't do anything for me. She cooks for me and my daughter. She, is mainly in charge of cleaning the home, doing some other things. But in general, I am in that leading role, making the final decisions. That doesn't mean she doesn't have an input. Of course, she has a huge input, but I make the final decisions so that she doesn't have to. And I am there to make her life easier. I am there to unburden her. I am there to make it easier for her to be in her feminine energy, which requires her to not be in her head, making decisions, planning, all of that kind of stuff. So she can just flow. She can just let go in that way. So the masculine instinct wants to be taking care of somebody else, wants to be taking care of a woman, specifically a feminine woman, right? If you're more in your masculine, you're not in your self-worth, you got all these control patterns that are in the way, you got all these wounds, the masculine man is not going to be very inspired to want to take care of you. But he definitely wants to take care of somebody. He wants to be taking care of a feminine woman. He wants to be her rock. He wants to be strong for her so that she can let go. And part of that instinct, there's many forms of provision. Many forms of provision. There's leadership, there's planning, there's making decisions, there's setting boundaries, there's teaching a woman how to show up better, all kinds of things. Taking her out on nice dates, buying her gifts, giving her affection, giving her compliments, that's all provision. And one form of provision is financial. It's like, I'm going to pay for you. So a masculine man wants to be giving all forms of provision. That's what feels good for him. And he doesn't need that provision from you. What he needs is to receive, or what he needs is for you to receive his provision. And by receive, I don't just mean accept it. I mean, he can feel how happy it is making you. He can feel your gratitude. Your heart is on your sleeve. You're not showing entitlement or expectations to it. It's lighting you up in some way, and you're not resisting it. You're not judging it as not good enough in some kind of way. So that's the main thing that he needs from you. It's like, on Christmas morning when you give a gift to your child, if you have a child, or to some child, and they fully receive and you make their day, they don't need to give you a gift for you to be happy. You're just so happy that you made their day, right? So that's basically what it is like to be a masculine man. It's like he needs you to fully receive him in every way. And One of those ways is financially. Now, for some women, actually, they can have difficulty. It sounds so easy, like, oh, it's so easy to like, I'll accept your food and the stuff that you buy for me. But some women actually have difficulty with that, right? If you got low self-worth and you don't believe that you're worthy of receiving a man's financial care, you believe like, oh, he's going to use it against me, which, yes, some men do, of course. It means that he should be able to sleep with you and all that nonsense. Regardless, you can have some kind of resistance around that, and that will actually stifle a man's devotion. But a masculine man is going to want to give to you right from the beginning, and it's never going to be out of obligation, right? A masculine man doesn't do stuff because he feels obligated, because like society said you're supposed to be this way. He shows up for you in this way financially because it makes him feel good. It makes him feel good to take care of you and for you to enjoy being taken care of. It's really as simple as that. So that is that masculine instinct. And one of the great things about where I am coming from, my past, is I have a very clear experience of not having my masculine instinct online. Because I spent years, most of my life, up until the last 6 years, where my masculine instinct was not fully online. It was actually very suppressed. So the idea of spending money on a woman, I just didn't want to do it. I didn't want to take care of a woman. I wanted a woman to take care of herself, and I'll take care of myself, and then we'll come together and like sleep together and have a good conversation, and that's that. There's a lot of men out there with that kind of mindset. Do not get with one of those men. They are Peter Pans. They have not grown up. They may never grow up. I was lucky enough that I figured it out and started to actually grow up properly. But many men never do. And then they just ruin your life. Because that kind of man, you're always going to have to be taking care of yourself because he doesn't want to take care of you. And that's not going to feel good. You're just going to be stressed out. You're not going to have a good time. You're going to have to be operating in your masculine energy because he is not strong enough to be in his masculine energy to provide for you. And so for most of my life, including the first few years of my marriage, it's like, you kind of pay for yourself. I'll pay for myself. We'll have a good time together. And I didn't see that there was anything wrong with it. I literally thought that this was normal. I actually thought other people, like men who just wanted to pay for a woman, it's like, well, you're a sucker. Like, you're a simp. You don't know any better. Like, you don't actually need to do that. You just have low self-worth, right? I assume that's the only reason that a man could ever be like that is because he must be a simp and he has low self-worth. It's so weird thinking back because now I have a whole bunch of men who will tell this to me. It's like, no, buddy, your instincts are suppressed. You just got a wound over that. Because if you didn't have the wound, you would love to provide for a woman. And the way that a man's instinct works is he's going to become hyper-focused if he's not capable of taking care of his woman. And what I mean by that is like, especially with the economy today, it sucks and it's getting worse and all of that kind of stuff. And it's harder to find a career path or a path of making a lot of money to be the sole provider. So a man whose masculine instinct is fully online, it's like, I need to get this figured out before anything else. I do not want to burden a woman by having her to have to work and be in her masculine. I'm going to work basically 24/7, learning the skill sets, learning what I need to know, learning the information so that I can fully financially provide. And a man's going to take it that seriously. And then he's going to invest, he's going to save, he's going to do whatever it takes so that you don't have to. And these men exist, by the way. If you haven't really experienced these kind of men, okay, it means you're attracting a certain type of man that is not very masculine. And you're going to continue to have really negative experiences with men until you shift that. But those really masculine men who want to provide for you, they absolutely do exist. So you have to ask yourself, what is it that you are doing to attract those type of men who don't want to fully financially provide for you? How are you showing up? Are you meeting a man's needs? Which means, are you fully receiving him? And are you fully in your self-worth? Are you sharing everything that's coming up for you vulnerably? Do you know how to respect a man? Do you know how to revere a man? Do you also know how to respect yourself at the same time? Because a lot of women who think like, yeah, I'm so respectful to a man, the biggest problem is they don't actually know how to respect themselves. They don't know how to honor themselves. They end up becoming a doormat or staying silent. And a man's going to feel that. And you're going to attract the kind of man that resonates on that same kind of frequency. A man who's going to be more likely to take advantage of that, who's not going to step up to fully provide. You need a financial provider, a masculine provider, It's okay to have that kind of man. There's nothing wrong with having that need in any kind of way. It doesn't make you selfish, doesn't make you too much, doesn't make you anything. It means that your feminine instinct is online. That is literally all it means. And if you want to have that need met of like receiving the financial provision that you desire, then it's all about looking at yourself and seeing what you are co-creating with the man and with the type of men that you are attracting. Are you inspiring a man into stepping up? Because every man, like, even if a man's masculine instinct is relatively online, that doesn't mean that he is going to financially provide for you specifically. Because if you're not showing up fully in your femininity, if you're not embodied in your feminine, if you're not using feminine communication, he's going to feel apathy in his body. He's not really going to feel inspired to take care of you. I mean, he'll do it just because, while he's with you, just because like it's the right thing to do. He might have been raised properly with good values, but he's not really inspired to do it. And so eventually he's going to move on, whether that's after the first date or after the third date or after, getting into a relationship and then realizing this isn't, really what I want. Or he won't even meet you to begin with because you just won't be attracting him in that way. So you're going to bring out the best or the worst in a man. And even men whose masculine instinct are not fully online, if you fully come from that embodied place, you're going to see that masculine provider brought out in most men. I'm not going to say all men. Some are too wounded. They're too stuck in Neverland. They're Peter Pan. They're the lost boys. They're never going to grow up, no matter what you do. But most men, so the majority, so over 50%, I can't give you an exact number, but a majority, they will step up for you if you are showing up in a feminine way that actually inspires him to step up. With your feminine communication, with being fully receptive to him, being fully submissive, learning how to honor your heart all the time, never hiding your heart, fully showing it, wearing your heart on your sleeve, and you're going to see what kind of man you're dealing with. I would love to help you do that if you struggle with that. Of course, continue watching all of these videos because that's going to help you get the bigger picture. But when you really feel that desire, like you want more support, go below this video, open up the description, click on relationshipyourdreams.com, book a call with me. That is, first watch the video that's on that page and then book a call with me below that video. And then we'll talk about whether we can help you in our program. We can talk about how to create the relationship of your dreams and make this actually happen for you.